feed? Remember I showed you got to go fix your Facebook. So
No, I need to. I'm going to do it after this.
yeah,
I forgot all about it. I
yeah.
literally just kicked myself there. But anyway, guys, welcome to today's live session with myself and the news guy here. And today we're going to be discussing LLMs and what they're being used for and all of that kind of good stuff. So we will go into that. But before we do, we'll let you guys come in. But please do check out the news guy. His logo is above, his link is below, and he's that good. He is that good. I'm even trying to copy um, his head.
That's
So
a beautiful look you have. Yeah.
yeah, I don't quite have the same nice shaped head that you have, Randy. I've got like bumps and
I know you look like a logo head or a Lego head.
yeah, I've just
Is
not
what it
got
is. You kind of get this blocky kind of.
yeah, it's not good. It's not a good look, is it? I don't think I'd be a good baldy, which is not ideal. So
Yeah. So when's
um,
that stuff going to start sprouting?
now, like it will start to grow, like as of now. But obviously, this part here,
Yeah.
what happens is it will grow and then it will
Oh,
shed and then it will grow again and then it will get thicker and thicker and thicker. So that process can take a good few months. So
oh,
yeah, so
oh.
I don't know what you're going to be expecting when I see you in uh, Vegas or Dallas or wherever.
Well,
Uh,
at least by then you can have a cap on or something,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
It won't look so completely raw.
but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know whether I'll have hair or whether the front will not be there. I don't know. It's going to be a strange one. Um, I can't promise what you're going to see, Randy. So if we're going out on a nice dinner date, I'm not sure I'll get in most places at that point. So we'll try it though.
It'll be interesting. Yes. So for those of you who are wondering, so Craig and I and Holly, by the way, I was chatting with Holly this weekend, and Holly is going to join us at Affiliate Summit as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like Holly. It's always good to.
Yeah,
to
yeah. So we're going to Affiliate Summit West, which is in Las Vegas, the 12th of January that week. So that, yeah. So that'll be fun.
yeah, I look forward to it. I always like Vegas anyway. So,
I know.
but yeah, it's always
Yeah.
good to catch up.
It's always kind of fun to go to Vegas, and it's kind of fun to go, and hang out, go see some folks, some friends. So
Yeah.
yeah. I got the best damn deal on a hotel room though.
Oh man, where? What hotel?
So the link that's connected right there to Caesar's Forum, where the conference is,
Nice.
11 bucks a night.
See Caesar's Forum. Is Caesar's Forum the same as Caesar's Palace?
Well, the Caesar's Forum is the conference center, right? So
Mm,
it's like where the conferences are. They have all of the big monster rooms. So that's the Caesar's Forum. Caesar's Palace is connected to that as well. So
yeah.
they've got a couple of different properties there. Caesar's Palace, Link. I think Link is a little more of their upscaler, the little higher end. $11. Did you hear me? $11 a night.
That scares me. $11 a night hotel room scares me, man. Like there could be bugs and all sorts of shit in there, man. Like,
No, it's the Link. It's beautiful. It's a big, beautiful king suite. Yeah.
dude, you're not getting that for $11. Come on, man. They might suggest that, but
I'll
I'll,
show you pictures. I'll show you pictures of it. Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
fair play if you can, but I ain't taking that risk, man. I'm
I
booking.
would love to say that I used, some LLMs to help me get that deal, but I didn't. I pulled that through my credit card company.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
onto the LLMs, the different There's obviously a number of different platforms to use, but obviously we want to talk about use case studies. And do you go to the LLMs to look for shit like hotels? Like, hey man, I'm going to Vegas and I want some cheap ass fucking nice 5-star hotel or whatever it may be. Like, is that something you actually would do?
Now, I have done so earlier this summer. um, we were doing a trip. My daughter was doing something down at this college down south, and we had never been anywhere down in this town. And so I just put in, I can't remember which platform I'd used, whether it was Chat or Claude. But in one of the LLMs, it might have been Perplexity now that I even think about it. But in one of them, I put in like, hey, we're going here, blah, blah, blah. This is kind of what we like to do. Give me some ideas on what to do. And then it just like boosted out like a whole itinerary of like kinds of things that we could do while we were down like near Charlotte, North Carolina. And so it was that was very cool actually.
But has there ever been an instance where you've done that and you've looked at it and went, that's dog shit? Like, my concern with that is, I know that the information's pulling from elsewhere on the internet, absolutely.
Right.
So how far could you go wrong? But let's say LLMs are still quite new. Would you not be fearful that part of your itinerary, if you're not checking it properly and you're hoping that the LLM's doing this properly, you could end up, let's say you're going to Chicago and you've got a restaurant booked, a hotel booked, a car hire. Would you not be fearful that maybe one of those is a hotel in fucking somewhere else?
Well, I didn't do it as booking. I just did it as like things to go do. So like meaning like, hey, we like to go to these kinds of restaurants. We like to go to museums or historical sites, or we like to go on hikes. So give me some ideas on what to do. I didn't have it do anything like booking anything, like go book a reservation at a restaurant. However, they can do that now.
Yeah.
Some of those can. Like, I think Chat has that built in now where you can go and book a restaurant. I don't know.
That gives me the fear.
Yeah.
That gives me the fear. But I was just curious if you were, because I know, like most SEOs, we're all lazy bastards. And if you could, hey, this is what I want, go fucking do it.
Yeah.
Here's the card details. That would be genius, absolutely genius. But yeah,
That would scare me a bit. But I have to tell you, I've got, I don't know, any kind of traveling right now is kind of what I shared even just a few minutes ago. I've got a couple of premium credit cards, one for business and one for personal. I go on there and book my travel through those because they both have like travel sites, or travel, segments to their premium side.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that you get some good deals that way. So so unless I could figure out how one of the LLMs could kind of connect with something like that, I don't know. That would be a little scary though too. I don't want to give an LLM any of my credit card information out there. That would seem a little risky.
In case Joe gets a hold of it somehow.
Yeah, no kidding. That's all I need is like Joe getting out there, Mr. Loudegg doing his. Who knows what I'll be signed up for? Probably.
Do you know what's weird, Randy? Like, Joe says here, you really did the hair again. See the amount of people that message me going, did you really get your hair done again? And I'm like, why would I lie about that? Like there's no benefit to making a joke like that. Like,
well, here's the thing though, is because the same thing when you told me that you were doing this again, I'm like, again? I thought you did. What's the deal? I mean, because I just never thought that you would have to redo it over and over. This is the third time for you, I think.
Yeah, but I fucking lost a lot of hair, man, with stress and old age and whatever else. So
Oh, jeez. Oh,
took
God.
3, dude. SEO's a tough world, man. Look at you, fucking not a shred left. No, Esco takes its toll on your fucking follicles, man.
I can't even grow my beard back this year. It's like just won't happen. Yeah, it's shredded is right.
So nah, I wanted to make sure I had something left.
Yeah.
I don't want to be fucking sitting, like Kojak.
Oh man. All right, so back to the LLM. So the reason why I kind of threw this out here today was because you know probably the ones I'm curious which ones you kind of go to. So I use different ones kind of for different things. So I would use ChatGPT. It's kind of like my go to if I'm just looking for a quick, like, hey, just give me a quick response to something or whatever, right? I use Claude if I want to write something,
Mhm.
and then because I think Claude does a pretty good job for writing. I also use Claude if I'm wanting to do some coding, either some HTML or JSON coding. I think Claude is pretty darn accurate. Um, and then I like if I'm doing some research, I use Perplexity. Perplexity, I think, is just, if I really want to, like, hey, give me some ideas. Can you find some information on this? And I'll tell you another way that I use Perplexity, but I'll save that here for just a little bit. So those I use, but then all of a sudden, is that last week or the week before, Gemini
Mhm.
launched with their new version.
Yep.
And I have to tell you, that has kind of replaced almost all of my Chat GPT, like just go to for various kinds of things. I've been kind of playing around with it with a little more expanded even. I haven't done any kind of content like, hey, drop in some of my prompts for content writing or what have you, but um, I am pretty impressed with Gemini.
I liked what Victoria done in the group chat
Yeah,
with
yeah,
Dua Lipa. Dude, it looked really fucking real. Like, I'm like,
yeah.
did you actually? I messaged you. I'm like, did you actually fucking meet her, or is this a fucking wind up? Like, what the fuck is this? Um, because I went in to try and do two people I know. I'm not going to mention names because I might still get them with it. Two people I know with another person. So I was trying to do the same thing, but it
Yeah,
didn't even look like the two people. And I'm like, Victoria, like, what the fuck did you write? Because
I know.
prompt, because why does mine not fucking look like yours? And she's like, Craig, you're overthinking this. Like, this is what I done. Here's the prompt. Go fucking do it. And yeah, I was on is it Nano Banana?
Nano or Nana Banana. Yeah.
Yeah, I was on there, and she's like, just go to Gemini and do it. Like, fuck Nano Banana, and just go to Gemini. Do as I'm like, there's something not off. I don't know what I was doing, but I was fucking it all up, and mine's looked like dog shit.
Get it right?
Not yet. While I was getting my hair transplant, so I was kind of busy, otherwise engaged, and kind of forgot all about it, to be honest. But uh, what I was trying to do, but
Uh, I will tell you, well, Victoria's kind of, I find is very interesting, but I tried doing some stuff with that as well. I uploaded an image and kind of playing, and it was like, just blew up on me. It didn't do either. And so I'm like, I don't know. She must have some crazy prompt or something like that. What does Joe say? Be careful feeding LLM. It's the weird, wild, and not copyright. Yeah, I know.
imagine feeding it a business idea and it fucking stole the business idea off you. That's the fucking danger with these things. Hey, there'll be someone somewhere sitting pulling that, some
Yeah,
RSS feed, send me the good shit.
yeah, yeah,
Pinches
yeah,
the niche. That would be fucking funny, man.
yeah,
If that happened. But if it is, there are no copyright laws and it is the Wild West, then genuinely, be careful what you're
yeah.
putting in there. For
Now I
sure.
see that Joe put in, he says that Gemini is good for site audits. I hadn't even thought about that. Have you done any kind of playing around with anything like that?
Not from a site audit perspective at
I'm
all.
going to go. That is interesting.
But
Joe, I'm kind of curious. What kind of a prompt do you use for a site audit?
But it would make sense for that to be good for site audits because Google have all the data. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it makes sense to put a prompt in there to see what that shit out.
I'm going to just play around with it. Provide an SEO.
So he said here, Gemini, site audits and improvements in creating FAQs.
And creating FAQs. I don't know. Well, I just dropped in something. We'll see. Commencing SEO analysis. Wow. So we'll see. And we'll see what it does. Have Claude create the prompt. There we go. Oh my gosh. Encarta. Do you remember Encarta?
No. Encarta.
Encarta. Encarta was like it was a Microsoft product, and it was kind of like, if I'm not wrong, Ryan, I think wasn't it like an encyclopedia kind of type product that it, yeah.
The minute you said Microsoft is why I don't know about it. I'm not I'm not a Microsoft guy at all.
Well, I don't use Microsoft Office products at all unless I absolutely have to. If somebody sends me an Excel file, then I've got to open it up. But otherwise, I don't use Word or Excel.
I just don't use Windows at all. I think I got to like 2010, 2011, whenever they changed from Windows XP, it fucking killed me, man. It killed me. So all Microsoft was in the bin, including Outlook and everything. Never used any of those products. I'm sure they're good. But yeah. CD-ROM encyclopedia.
Yes. Yeah. All offline. That's right. It was.
Hey, here's an idea. That would have been good. Surely you could have stolen a lot of information from that and it's not going to be seen as plagiarized content.
I remember that product. I mean, you were talking, this thing is, I'm guessing 30 years old, if not even older. But I don't know that you could like copy it, grab hold of it, and then put it I mean, think about 30 years ago on the net when you were, and it wasn't the net, it was like CD-ROM content. So you could pull it up. I don't recall that you could actually copy, like highlight, copy, and paste that somewhere else. That was a long time ago. Whew.
Yeah.
Old farts like me remember that stuff.
But old Joe, Joe. I don't know why I called you
Old Joe. Yeah, old Joe. You old. Yeah, 97-ish. See, that's what I was. It's like about 30 years ago. Yeah.
Joe's not 97. That's terrible. Oh, 1997. Sorry. Sorry, Joe. Review the following list of pages for brands and perform a deep SEO and AI optimization audit for each page, and then add deliverables. So put that into, if you're doing testing, Randy, put that into Gemini and see what it spits out about your own website.
Yeah.
And we know we've touched a nerve when he's like, I'm 50.
I'm 50. That's bull. That's not right either. And he's older than that. Jesus.
Oh, he's definitely older than that.
He's more in my neighborhood, I think. Jesus.
Yeah, I thought Joe was older than you at school.
I did too, to be honest. Yeah.
Fucking hell. He told me he took you under his wing. He was one of the older fellas in the school.
Now, so back to the LLMs, I will tell you, the output that Gemini does. Seriously, have you played around with it at all, Gemini?
Yeah,
Aside from doing the image thing, but just
no,
trying to like get some answers, get
yeah.
some information. Yeah, it really gives some pretty good output. I mean, that's why I've been kind of impressed with Gemini.
Your father's here.
Your father 8. Does that mean he's got 8? Wow.
But yeah, no, I like to play around with all of the LLMs, to be honest, to see
Yeah.
in particular what it says about me and my own personal brand and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I check them all out, man.
So check this out. This is something that I did. I used this for Gemini because I was like, hey, let me just do it. I was right on my phone, and so I could do this. So my during Thanksgiving weekend, we had a big snowstorm here. We got about 10 inches of snow. My daughter was out driving, spun out in the snow, went headfirst into the ditch, right? Pulled the car out, had to get it towed, had it towed back to our house. I had front end damage underneath. I took a picture of it on my phone, loaded it into Gemini, and I said, I can't remember. I'm going to go, hey, this is damage on the lower front end of my vehicle. Can you identify the part and the potential cost for replacement? So I just put the picture in
Hmm.
and boom, it just like did the whole thing and identified what the part was, gave me the part number even for it, gave me the full estimated replacement and everything. And as well said, hey, by the way, this looks like this is at the front end. You also probably have got radiation damage, AC condenser damage. Check these lines as well on the front end underneath, and gave me this whole list. I'm like, wow, that was pretty damn awesome.
Yeah.
Just off of a picture.
Hmm. That's mad. Mad.
Yeah.
Um,
I was impressed with that. So that's why I'm like, Gemini is, yeah. And then I went on, had a few more questions, but I was pretty impressed with that just off of an image. And it was so easy because I use an Android phone. And so, was very easy to drop it in with Gemini right into uh, off of my phone.
yeah. But nah, I think, do you know what? I think, overall, you see the LLMs. I can't really see anything beating Gemini long term. I know, one comes up and one seems to do things better and all that kind of stuff. But I think Gemini, just because of the owners and the data and everything else they've got, like they're going to fucking steamroller ahead and
Mm.
constantly evolve. So I definitely think Gemini is, the top one. To be fair.
And it is a completely different um, experience than the AI overviews, right?
Mm.
So it is Gemini is an LLM like a chat or Perplexity. It's not kind of I don't even know what it's not the overview and fully embedded with all of these various links and stuff. I mean, it's a good little research tool. However, I will say this, so I think it is slower than hell.
Really? I mean, I was just messing around with it there. I think that decent, man. But I'm not pushing it hard or anything like that.
Oh, I just think because it goes into this thinking, doing this, pulling this, it's like processing. I'm like, okay, let's go.
But would you not prefer that, Randy, if it took a bit of time to process and the information was quality?
I suppose it's just in today's world where you just want this instant, you know,
Instant.
hit.
But here's a question for you. You've obviously at this, at the moment, you've spoken about GPT, Gemini, Claude. There's one you mentioned Perplexity as well. One that you've missed out is Grok. Curious to know
I never use it. I never use Grock.
any reason.
Uh, no, I guess not. I don't know. Do you use it a lot?
I'm starting to use it more and more, just because it's kind of like the unfiltered LLM, if you like. You can.
What does that mean, unfiltered? Do you get a little nasty with it or what?
Yeah, but it'll give you a nasty answer back. Like, it's you can ask other LLMs certain things. It's like, oh, how dare you ask that? You naughty boy. We don't give out that information.
Well, I
Whereas
guess
Grok,
I don't do that kind of
uh,
thing.
no, 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 no. I don't know what you're trying to suggest it is. But um, you know, let's say you were pissed off with someone and you put in ChatGPT, what's the best way to spam fuck out of someone's website? It's going to tell you that's a bad thing to do and you shouldn't be doing it, and it's not going to give you the answer. Try that with Grok, and you get an answer, that kind of thing. And so yeah, not what you're probably thinking. But I like playing around with Grok as well, just for a bit of fun. And
I have not.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, that is interesting. I have not. Now, do you have to access Grok only via Twitter, or how
No,
do I get to it? Oh, I can just go grok.com. See, I'm like completely oblivious. I have not used Grok. Can you
so
do the images and stuff like you're doing now with
yeah, I mean, I would argue that they're probably nowhere close to being as nice as what Gemini is at the moment, but you've still got the ability to do that on Grok, and you know you'll be able to see on the left hand side. You can go in there and just ask it stuff. It can do deep research. It can create an image. All of the kind of usual stuff that you would expect to be able to happen, but it you can push it harder if you like on certain topics. So if you are working in certain niches that maybe, I don't know, the standard LLMs don't want to give you the answers for because of
mm,
the touchy subjects or whatever it might be, then Grok's an alternative. And the only
the
reason I've thrown that out
touchy?
there is because people do, work in like the adult niche or certain other industries, and
Yeah.
you are going to be snookered in terms of the output you get back. So just throwing that out there for others who may be into some unconventional stuff.
Now, have you used Grok for content and go
No,
write content, or you're just doing it for
research.
research,
Yeah,
getting a response back?
ideas, creativity. Grok is for me.
Little
The
nasty boy creativity.
Yeah, I need to get my nasty ideas from somewhere.
Yeah, a little ornery. You get your ornery ideas. Got it.
Um, so yeah, I think a bit of research on there, but I would
Yeah.
agree. I quite like the custom GPT that Victoria sorted me with, but obviously Claude's good
Oh,
with content as well. But so I'm not really abusing Grok or anything for content, or Gemini for that matter.
yeah.
So but again, I wouldn't sit here and say I'm King Kong of LLMs, and I'm using them heavily and all of that kind of stuff. I'm pretty much the same as everyone else. I'm still feeling my way around and figuring out what's best for me. So
Yeah. That is interesting. I'll play around with Grok. So I just signed up for an account. I'll play around with it. Oh, you can even get super Grok.
yeah,
Wow.
and
That sounds badass. Super Grok.
so you can, when you're away for a nice romantic weekend with the wife. Um,
Give me some ideas, right?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, good. All
God,
right, all right, all right. Now, so here's one of the things that I use perplexity with. So, and somebody, and I'd read this, so this is not an original idea for me. I don't have many of those anyway. Is to go create like, and specifically, I did this for me. I did exactly this, which was like, imagine if you could have a board of directors or board of consultants for your business that were people like, um, like, I don't know, whoever, like Neil Patel, Alex Hermosi, whoever, think of other people, that, would be like, wow, these guys are, Jamie Dimon, from JP Morgan Chase, like, and then pull these people together and be like your board of directors for your business or for your company.
Mm-hmm.
And so I kind of did that in Perplexity. And I'm like, I just kind of began building the prompt like, hey, I want to build a board of directors and I want people like this. So, blah, 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 blah. I just outlined a bunch of different names. I'm like, so create multiple personalities and I want somebody to be like Jamie Dimon as an example. And so it started doing this. So anyway, so I've got this whole, kind of group of board of directors, so to speak, that, I ask question like, hey, this is what I'm thinking about doing, in regards to expansion or new products or, acquisition ideas or things like that. And it's like really very cool to like help me think differently. Right.
Yeah. Let's say good. Good if it helps you.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
don't like that idea though.
If it helps you, there's no such thing as a bad idea. We
Yeah.
all need certain things to, if it helps you think, then it's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
I personally don't really need any help thinking. I need probably help to not think, Um, so, I've always got fucking weird and wonderful and crazy shit going on in my head. And yeah, it's not for me, but like I say, if it helps you, then happy fucking days. That's the
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I just thought it was an interesting way to kind of use, something like that. But all right, what do we got? Hey, you two, like to work at internet, beginner, young boy. What do you suggest? Skills learning are best for the future related to marketing and business. Oof.
very, very generic question. Um,
Well, I would tell you now, he somewhat similar to what we're just talking about. I think you got to get really dialed in on using the LLMs and how you can use them and automate and build prompts that can drive greater depth and complexity to um, uh, uh, creating business solutions. So I think that is the what did I've read some different comments or quotes in regards. It's not necessarily that AI is going to replace your job. It's someone who is effectively using AI is going to replace your job.
yeah,
And that made a lot of sense to me. I'm like, yeah. So if you can be really, really good at using AI and the various LLMs, and so to drive more efficient and effective business solutions, yeah, I think that's the route to go.
I mean, yeah, I think that, it is a good point. I don't think you're going to go far wrong, learning these skills. And I think for anyone who can master that is a good thing going forward. Marketing in general or business in general, doesn't matter what business you're in, there is unpredictability around any business or any kind of marketing technique as such. But I don't think AI and LLMs are going anywhere anytime soon. So, if you're making a career choice as a young guy who wants to be involved in the kind of online space, I think there will always be, longevity in the way that AI is going. Affiliate marketing, business, we can argue all day, even doing press releases and stuff, and stuff like that, Randy. There's nothing to suggest that that's going to be there in 10 years' time. The landscape could change and you're stuffed. So it's a hard one to answer, wholeheartedly and accurately. But I think, what one thing we could probably all put our money down on is if you have learned and mastered the AI and LLMs and everything, I think you'll still be very much needed by someone somewhere, and you'll still
Yeah,
be earning some money. So that would be my advice as well.
yeah,
I think that's a good shout, Randy.
yeah, yeah. It is so easy. After talking with a few different folks on my show as well on how to create your own apps to use internally, say internal inside your business. I mean, it is like crazy easy how to do it. I created a couple of different apps. One, that I used, which was we wanted to easily kind of build in the ability to do indexing as an example. And so, I'm like, hey, I went on to Claude. I'm like, here's what I'm kind of thinking. Can you help me think through this? And then let's create this thing. And it just like went just 100 miles an hour, asking me a couple of questions to like refine and tune this thing in. And then it just like, okay, great, boom. And I said, well, I could host this on Netlify and GitHub, and great. And so it just built out completely an app that we can use, gave me the JSON code, all of the integrations, everything that we would need. Built this app. Now my team is using this thing to drop in links for indexing very quickly, automatically, through APIs. I was using Speedy Index. You ever use that?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I don't use it just now. With indexing, I've chopped and changed and fucked
Yeah.
around with different
Well,
ones.
those guys are having a little trouble with Google indexing right now, so
Right.
I had to switch to something else. But my point, though, is that using these LLMs to help build out like business solutions is so. I was just slayed at how easy it was. I mean, it literally took me maybe 2 hours, like just getting everything connected, and it like created like the full interface. It's not something that I would, put out on the market, to try to sell to somebody, but for our internal purposes, it was like incredible.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you put it out to the market? I think that I know
Oh,
you
you could. I'm
talk.
just saying that the end product, it's not what I would put out, but I could probably dial it in more to make the interface better and, do some different kinds of things to it. You could probably, but I'm just stating is that, man, you can don't get intimidated by some of the, just the idea about, well, I can't do that. I can't do that. Just like dive in, like, what are you going to do? You can't screw it up so much. It's not going to anything you couldn't fix or just unplug or whatever. Right. But
Yeah,
yeah, just dive in. And it is amazing how you can create solutions. And this is what I think, and whether it's people like just slowly adopting or being intimidated by it or don't know how to do this stuff, but this is where I think back to this quote of like, hey, it's not that AI is going to replace you, it's the people who are using AI effectively that is going to replace your job. That's
yeah.
what, like, yes, just dive in. Don't get intimidated by this stuff. But
Nah, you definitely can. I think we all have that bit of
yeah, yeah,
intimidation at the
yeah,
start. You'd be lying to say no, we don't. We're all very standoffish, but I think you've just got to get your hands dirty and, like you say, if you can improve things faster, quicker, more efficiently in your business, then if you don't fucking get involved, you're fucked. You really are screwed. So I think that's. But my point to saying you could potentially sell that to other businesses. You provide solutions to businesses.
Yeah.
Again, just for young Nahid there, if you can figure that shit out and you can provide solutions to businesses, that's something you can sell to Randy and to 50 other businesses like him all day long. I think, if you do that, you've got a business model there where you could
especially like local small businesses. I mean, you think about some of the kinds of solutions maybe that a local small business that's not, as an example, say it's a doctor's office or a dentist or somebody, they're not sitting around thinking about how can I use, the AI to help me do this or do that in my business or in my marketing. Or, I mean, you could go through and, create some very simple kinds of solutions that would take, next to nothing, like even just a chat bot to put on their website. You could go create that less than a day and go create a basic model then that you could go out and turn around and go sell to small businesses to drop onto their website. It is like, I think you could, do some of that, spend a week and just really create an effective kind of suite of tools like that. And then just go market.
Yeah. No, I would absolutely agree with that.
Yeah. Tyler Rogers. Yeah.
Hard.
I have to ask you. So Tyler and Nahid, where did they come in at? Did they come in through my Facebook feed or through yours?
Through your Facebook feed.
Yeah, it's because you don't have yours set up correctly. I've tried to tell you.
Yeah, no, dude, I'll fix that. You keep like to point this one out, but yeah, I've just been lazy, man. I need to figure it out. But
you lose your hair and you're not thinking effectively.
That's it. I get the stress. My hair falls out, and I don't think straight.
Yeah. All right.
How to learn the LLMs online, YouTube.
Yeah. Dude, Hardik, I'm just going to call you Hardik. Hardik, this is what I tell my kids. So my kids are about your age, right? My son is turning 20. My daughter is 18. I've told them for years, don't ask me how to do anything. Go onto YouTube. Anything, you can learn how to do anything in 30 minutes on YouTube.
Yeah. Nah, because I think if you're sat there waiting for someone to give you the answer, you're already losing time. So
yeah,
go fucking do it. My kid is 6 years old, and if he gets stuck on a PlayStation game, he just goes and YouTubes it and watches someone else who's done it. And that's his way out. And you're like, I like that. That's smart. So he's thinking outside the box and going, "Fuck you! I'm going to get this, no matter what." And
I'm going to go find the answer. Right? Yeah, that's what you want. I'm like,
hey,
go find the answer.
Can you help me get to the next level? And what the fuck do we know about Roblox or whatever it may be? So it's quite interesting to see him do that. So again, that goes to learning LLMs and SEO and everything else. All of the information's out there.
Yeah. Now I do like what Joe says. That's where you can go to learn to find someone else's bad habits. That's kind of funny. There's probably truth into that as well.
Well, I've often said to people who ask for advice and information, I'm like, just be careful who you're listening to and why. Ask yourself why they're saying what they're saying. Are they selling? Are they, what's their agenda for being on YouTube? Is it to be helpful? Are they these salesmen? Do they pivot from product to product to product to product like Joe does? I'm only joking, Joe. But yeah, there's not a lot of genuine people out there, so I think you have to be very, very careful in terms of who you're learning the stuff from, because there is a load of old fucking cobblers out there as well.
Agreed.
I am an SEO expert, says Muhammad Abu Bakbar. Abu Bakbar.
Go get it, man. That's all I say. Go get it. Now, where did Mohammed come in from? My LinkedIn or yours?
Mine.
I bet.
No, it does. I'm telling you. It comes up. If it comes in from yours, it comes up blue or purple and says paired.
Oh, it
with-
doesn't. So on my dashboard, it doesn't show anything different.
So
So
nah, mine comes up.
yeah, I know.
Hardick, Tyler, and stuff. But no, Joe's on mine.
Yeah.
So yeah, Hardick's on your YouTube. Yeah, on your YouTube. So, man, I would give you the right information, Randy. How you think I would mislead you in any way?
What are you doing there? What are you wrapping Christmas presents? What are you doing?
Not quite Christmas presents, but I've got. Do you know what sports trading cards are?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, so I've got. I'm a big collector of those, right?
Oh, you are? I didn't know that.
Oh, dude, like I'm a big fucking collector, man, right? So I've got like lots of soccer ones,
yeah.
but I'm putting all of mine into mag cases.
Oh, nice.
Whilst
Yeah.
I'm here, like I've just got that many, and I'm going through them all because I'm going to sell some of them because I've just got too many. I've got a good collection of like really good ones, and I've got other ones that I've just bought in auctions or whatever that I don't really want anymore. So I'm just sorting them all out and shit. And I believe it or not, Randy, I've got like a monstrosity of cards, like an insane amount, and I need to put them all into these mags. So I'm just opening the mags so that after this, I can then put my cards into them because I've got like 7 or 8 boxes of these. So, but you need to, every single mag comes in this wrapper. So I'm just sitting here in the background, like,
oh man, what a pain.
unwrapping them and just creating myself a bunch of piles because
Yeah,
it's so time consuming. It's insane. So, yeah, I don't often multitask, but I have to multitask in this instance because it's driving me crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot of. So I have a question. So what do you do with these cards then? So do you have like cards? Because I would imagine like if they're rare or whatever, you don't want to touch them with your fingers, right? And so I know that's where you're getting the
Yeah.
cases.
Yeah.
But so, but what do you do with them after you get them in your kit? Do you just stack them in boxes in your house? You display them? What do you do?
You have them on a nice display or whatever, or you can sell them. So I buy them and then either hold on to them and sell them. You can make a lot of money doing it. So let me show you one here.
Really? I mean, so as an investment vehicle, you'd be like, hey, this is, I've made some money on these.
Yeah. So like that, there's got a bit of that guy's football jersey in it. Now he's not a particularly well-known player, but I've got like Pele, I've got Maradona, I've got like guys that are no longer alive, and I've got their shit. So their stuff goes up in value all the time. And that's it. But Hardick, we answer when we're ready to answer, not when you demand an answer. So please be patient, or we'll not answer your question. Please answer. Fuck's sake.
What is his question anyway? I'll be in the same way if I want to be.
Please don't be rude, Hardick. Because we just don't tolerate that crap. He doesn't want to be in the same rat race. I want to have someone who's not available to everybody, and someone from this industry working can give me more usual info. You don't. Who is it you want me to say, Hardick? Do you want me to say go to a specific person? You need to do your own research. You need to see who you like. You need to do some work because no one out there is going to say, here, Hardick, here's the right guy that's going to give you everything for free and make you a lot of money. Sadly, that person doesn't exist. So,
I like it. I'll tell you, Craig, you and I are so, it's like, dudes, you got to have some self responsibility here, right? You got to have some initiative. You got to go drive it yourself. Go get it. Like, right? Then and I'll tell you, go identify. I mean, there's all kinds of great people out in there, and you can then go reach out to them and like, hey, can I buy some time from you?
Yeah, you
right?
need to know what to ask the right person.
Yeah. So be prepared and go like, hey, it could be Craig, right? You'd be like, hey, Craig, I want to buy 2 hours with you. And then when you show up for that appointment, Hardik, have like 10 questions that you want to dive into with him, right? Be prepared. Take advantage of that stuff. But
Because see,
any of these guys, anybody that you want to learn from, I'll just tell you though, they're not going to come free. I mean, anybody that's worth while that you really do want to listen to and learn from, they're not going to be free. So you're going to have to be prepared for that.
but also the onus is on you again, Hardik, to ask the right questions of that right person. Like if you ask me shit questions, let's see it's me. I'm not saying I'm the right person. Let's say you ask me shit questions, you're going to get a shit answer. I can only be as good as the questions that is asked of me. And if Randy comes to me for advice, if Randy was to ask me, Craig, how do I do SEO? I would be like, Randy, please go away. Fuck off. Give me peace.
Yeah,
Be
right.
very specific on what you're struggling with, and sure, I can help you. But you have to be able to go in and say, I've got this problem. How do I fix it? I can't get my head around it or whatever. And then people will go, oh, right. But if you're wanting your hand held and stuff, I'm sure there's guys out there that will hold your hand, but they'll also, put their hand down your pants and take all your money at the same time. So, that's what
this kind of comes back to the same point that we were just making a little bit earlier in regards to like using AI and about job security, or how do you prepare for the future. It's like the time for I think in today's world, it is like more important than ever that you have got to like have your own initiative and go dive in and go seek out stuff yourself, because the information is so accessible right now that anybody who's got some of the initiative is going to go out and go find this stuff and go create and go get answers. And they're just going to be that much further ahead of you if you're just sitting waiting.
Yeah.
One
other thing I'd like to say as well, Randy, is very often when you go to someone, whether it be yourself even, Randy, for information or advice or whatever, you don't know what that other person does or doesn't know. So you've also got to bear that in mind as well. They don't have a clue whether you're a rookie or not. So again, that's where you just have to. But Tyler also says there, it's not about the information. People often expect, even for me, expect everything that comes out my mouth to be a new gimmick or a new trick. I mean, there's only so many tricks you can come out with. They're all like, "Give me something new, Craig," and I'm like, "Well, I can make some shit up if you want to laugh, but like test, try shit, tweak shit. That's what optimization is. It's not just about the latest hack." And someone does come up and offer you something ridiculous, like, "I'll give you £10 an hour, for your time." You're like, "No, it's taken me 25 years to understand what I understand now, and I'm not giving that up for fucking $10 an hour. You can fuck off. You can pay what I decide, or you can F off." So that's the right way, Tyler. So I like that. But Hardik is saying, "I've done HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and mad websites, and done DSA and C++ for fintech. Is it necessary for me to learn LLMs as I have to go towards high frequency trading firms?" It depends what you want to do, Hardik. It's great having HTML, CSS, and everything. And I'm just going to be blunt here, Hardik. The LLMs can do your job for you in a lot of cases now. These can build faster than you, quicker than you, more accurately than you. That's the danger with the skills that you have, is that can work way faster than you and way cheaper than you. So you're no longer a valuable asset to the industry that you're working in. And
Yep.
that is the whole thing of learning LLMs. Make yourself valuable, because people in general, old guys like us, technophobes and everything, there's only so much we can do. We need young, hungry people who can just do shit for us, in an ideal world. And that is where people like yourself can position themselves to then go on and make a lot of money. And no disrespect, I respect, people who've done HTML and CSS and everything else, but I do think those are dying skills that you're no longer going to need in a few years' time, if at all, even now. So,
Well, I don't know that I would say dying skills, but just think about so if you've got all of that background in all of those, right? HTML, Java, CSS, blah, blah, blah. And then you wed that with a mastery of LLMs and how to build prompts, and then drop your code into, various LLMs, or generate it initially in LLMs and then go fine tune it by your own visual. I mean, it just makes you, I think, that much more marketable, much more of an expert, right? So I don't think it's a one or the other. I think it's like, yeah, use your previous skills and then amplify them with the effectiveness of the LLMs.
yeah. So, yeah, it's good advice there.
Oh, I like what Tyler just said. Wow, yeah. That's a great idea. Yeah. Nice.
Creative thinking, Tyler.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, we've got a question here. What kind of data sets are ideal for fine-tuning LLMs without causing overfitting or bias?
Hmm. I'm not sure I can answer. I don't know. I'm not sure how to answer that.
Come on, Andy.
Kinds of data sets are ideal for fine tuning.
We're all still shitting in the wind. Well, I certainly am.
Hmm.
I'm feeding this, and just trying and fine tuning it for myself, without looking like a plonker. And trying different stuff and different assets and stuff like that. So I'm still in the testing phase in my head
Yeah.
personally. So I couldn't answer that either. What kind of data sets are ideal? That's going to change all the time. I think where that data is coming from, and how certain sources are trusted, and then they'll no longer be trusted. So I don't know if that's something anyone could ever accurately answer, in all honesty. Maybe they can, I don't know, but I think that's a good question, but
Yeah. Yeah.
difficult to answer.
Yeah. And that they do bring up a good point, which is that sometimes the LLMs will give a bias, right? They'll give a positive bias. So, like, if you're asking questions, it'll give you a confirming bias opinion on something that you're like, oh, well, I see you're interested in this. So I just want to be sure to kind of give you the affirmative, a biased opinion on this. And then you could put in like a contradictory, like, yeah, but are you sure about that? Because I've read this, or something like that. And then it'll like kind of go in and correct, like, oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, let me give that some consideration. Like, well, you idiot.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So you do have to you have to be cognizant of that, I think. Be aware of that. The LLMs do have this kind of affirming bias on information, feeding you what it thinks you want to hear. Does that make sense? But
Yeah.
it does that, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. But again, that's just all part of the testing phase, and we've just got to try and figure it out and
Yeah.
go with the flow. I think I don't know. if people do have any more in-depth information to be able to answer that. But I certainly don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, it's like it's domain specific. So there we have it. But hopefully, it was a good topic of conversation. I think gives people food for thought, and obviously a touch on what people can use LLMs for, like yourself, Randy, getting it to do various different things.
I just love like what Tyler was sharing though. It's like he used it to build a plugin, right? To create for plugin to do X, whatever, fill in the blank. But that's the kind of crazy shit you can do with these things now, and so easily. Like build a app for a phone, for your iPhone, or for your Android phone, and drop it on there, right? It's just like it's crazy what you can go do.
But that's the right mindset that Tyler has there. He's seen.
Yes, I love it.
He's seen an issue, the .com, the US.com or whatever. He can't be fucked manually all the subdomains. Why? Because why would you if you can fucking automate it? And he's built a solution to that problem that lazy bastards like you, me, and every other Tom, Dick, and Harry would eat. Eat that up for lunch. So that's being creative, obviously working for yourself, but he could potentially flog that for a lot of money, and boom, he's got something nice there to make some money from. So kudos, Tyler. I like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Successful. You've just got to think like that, and even he says there, Apache turning or tuning was a bitch or a biatch. But I think it's a case of just go and try and shit up, blow some shit up, and that's what we're all at just now, guys.
Yeah, it's still very much the Wild West right now, and I think it will be this way for several months or years. I don't know,
dude. Fuck, it's going to be years before anyone's got a real grasp on this. Come on, man. We're all blowing shit up and buying shit, and stuff goes down, and man, it's going to be a long time. And we're supposed to be involved in the internet and supposed to be good at what we do. But imagine the fucking general public out there who don't know shit about anything.
Well, that's exactly right. That's what I'm saying. You could getting creative, creating some apps, some business solutions for small business guys right now. These guys aren't thinking about how to use LLMs to drive. I mean, there are a few, but I would say 95% of businesses are not thinking about it because they're like too busy answering the phones, going on house calls, doing all this shit. They don't have time to be thinking about how can I use AI and LLMs to help me create a solution, something that's bugging me or whatever. So go create it and go sell it. Go jump on it, man. Absolutely. I have no idea about this. I've not worked with any of this stuff, so I can't respond.
No, I am, just to be clear for anyone out there, I am not and have never claimed to be an LLM specialist. I am very much an observer, the same as everyone else. I don't try every framework out or anything like that. I am talking to my friends and seeing what they're doing and trying shit out and blowing shit up. But by no means a superstar expert. I am a lazy old bastard, and I'm looking for one of you guys.
I know exactly.
I want to use to come up with something easy where I just put in, here's what I need. Go fucking do it. This is what I'm waiting for. So just so that you understand from our end, I'm certainly not. Randy may be otherwise, but I can.
No, I'm not. Listen, that kind of stuff, I'm still very much learning. But at least I'm learning, right? That's what I'm trying to dig into. Or trying.
Yeah, at least we're triers. We're a lot of things, but we at least try shit out. And
I'm trying. Yeah.
Oh man. But anyway, we are out of time, guys. We will be back at the same time next week. But before we go, please do check out Randy, the news guy. His logo is above, the link is below. He's not an LLM expert, but he does do good digital PR services, which help feed the LLMs. So it is semi-related.
Absolutely.
So there we go. But yeah, don't ask him to build an LLM or any of that technical stuff. Not going to happen. But
Okay, happen.
see you later, everyone.
All right, guys.